Hello everyone, welcome sa ating YouTube channel, and today we're gonna be having another update. Until now, it's still raining here in Baguio City, and that's very normal kasi we live up in the mountains. And the weather here is always like this. People think na pag nasa Baguio ka, maganda yung inyong weather, but pagdating ng rainy season, it's literally gonna be rainy. So from the onset of the monsoon rains until now, it's almost 1 month nang dire-diretso yung pag-uulan dito sa Baguio, and the sun is nowhere to be found. Hindi pa rin nagpapakita yung araw. Except that for today, medyo lumiliwanag na, and pag medyo humihina yung ulan, that's the time that I can finally check on my succulents. Dito sa pinakaloob, we can see that most of our succulents are returning back to their original color na nagiging green sila. They are not as colorful as they used to be. I can remember before, nung medyo mainit pa or during the summer days, these are very colorful, but right now, most of them are actually fading away their color. But I'm not really worried about the way they look sa ngayon. I'm not really after their color, but I am more after doon nga sa kanilang present condition. I'm trying to check if there are any signs of overwatering in this area. Since it's covered, most of our succulents are actually okay. Some of them are wet, but they are not really something to be concerned about. They are completely fine as of now. But later, I'm gonna be showing to you some of our succulents na nakita ko talagang sobrang grabe yung nangyari sa kanila. Like here, we have seen some of our mushy leaves, and we have to remove them. Ito yung ating sedum comixtum natin, or our comic tom. And you would notice na yung kanyang pinaka-offset sa baba are all overwatered. Last week, when I tried to check this, they are okay. But right now, talagang ganyan na yung nangyari. So what we are gonna be doing today is we will be separating yung ating mga succulents na nabubulok at hindi nabubulok, kasi literally talaga nabubulok na yung iba nating mga succulents like what we have here. I think 1 or 2 leaves na lang yung naiwang healthy sa kanya, and the probability of this dying is very high. We also need to check on some of our succulents, like we have our Shavayana pink frills here. Nag-open na siyang ganyan, na parang lumaki sila para siyang bumuka kasi nga kulang na sila ng araw. And I have to move this right away kasi sa pinaka-bottom na leaves niya, there are some signs of overwatering now. And pag nagtagal pa siya dito sa ating setup na ito, the tendency is that siguro after a week again, it would eventually die. So these kinds of succulents, they are completely okay, kaya hindi natin sila tatanggalin dito sa area na ito. So it's very important for us to check on our succulents from time to time, like our lovely rose over here na I can see some mga overwatered leaves, although siguro isa or probably we have 2 or 3 more leaves akong nakikita dun sa pinakaloob, and it's very important for us to remove these mga mushy leaves na ito right away for us not to encourage yung ating mga pests and even nga yung ating mga fungal infections in the future. In this area naman, from these until doon sa pinakalikod, I don't really have any problem with them kasi that is the driest part of these DIY na greenhouse. They are completely covered against the rain doon sa pinakaloob, kaya medyo dry sila. And usually yung mga nasa harapan na part, sila talaga yung natatalsikan ng tubig. And dito nga sa pinakababa, I have these crates full of our succulents, and literally, syempre pag umuulan, sila talaga yung natatalsikan and natutuluan. And I can see na most of them are actually suffering from overwatering. Makikita naman natin yan. Not only 1, not only 2, but all of them. I think each succulent, talagang may part sa kanila na nagiging ganito na yung itsura. They are not in their good condition. And I have more to show you. Ito yung ating jelly beans. Wala nang natira sa kanya. Our variegated na baby sunrose, ganyan na lang yung kanyang itsura, yung kanyang mga dahon is nagsitanggalan na silang lahat. This one is our succulent arrangement that we did before last Christmas, and it used to be very beautiful, but right now most of yung mga succulents na naka-arrange dito, like our choco moonstones and others, talagang nawala na sila. Our stinky as well, it's dying. I think that's the term talaga, namamatay na yung aking mga succulents. And it's not just this one, I have more na I cannot really show everything to you kasi talagang Yung iba, literal na nalusaw na lang. It's only the pot that is remaining. And here yung ating cubic frost. Sa pinakataas, yung kanyang pinaka-mother na succulent is okay. Pero yung kanyang mga babies or offset sa pinakababa, they are starting to rot. Nabubulok na sila. And that's very typical sa ating mga succulents. Usually yung pinaka-bottom na part ng ating succulent will rot first before yung pinaka-main na plant natin will be affected. So, it's the same thing. Pare-pareho lang yung ipapakita ko sa inyo. And I guess, mas madami pa yung mga nasira nating succulents as compared to those na healthy pa sila. And there's nothing we can do right now. We're just gonna be waiting na gumanda yung panahon. I hope na it's gonna be sunny for the next coming days. But that's impossible. Parang malabo siyang mangyari kasi nga it's the rainy season still. And August is one of the rainiest months of the year dito sa Baguio City. Kaya I'm a little bit worried. Sa ngayon, ganito yung update. I don't know exactly if sa next update nandito pa itong mga succulents na to. Probably some of them would say goodbye pag dire-diretso pa rin yung pag-uulan. And even if na we are using a well-draining na soil mix, and even if some of our succulents ay nakalagay pa sa ating mga terracotta pots, still, pag talagang maulanan sila every day, talagang masusok, mafu-fully soak sila, including yung kanilang pinaka-leaves, and they would eventually die. Like what we have here, our PVNs, yung ating mga cactus, hindi rin sila nakaligtas. Our campfire, ayan, stem na lang ang natira, but we have tiny offsets sa pinakababa. And a lot more of these, ayan o, talagang nag-block na sila. They are all rotting. Our stinky, again, this is my mother stinky, and now it's also dying. Dito rin sa area na to, we have our prolifica na nakalagay nga doon sa ating Buddha na head planter. If you can remember that one, ganito na yung kanyang itsura ngayon. We need to scrub off yung mga dirt, yung mga talsik na putik sa kanya, including this one. These are a few of our succulents na nakalagay sa ating hanging pots. If you can remember, madami tayong succulents, about 30 of them na nakalagay dito sa ating mga hanging pots, but most of them nilagay ko sila doon sa ating basement so that hindi sila ma-overwatered. Like what we have here, our pink ice plant, hindi talaga siya literally na nauulanan, but because of our high humidity level and because of the wind, talagang natatalsikan siya nung ating ulan, and therefore naging ganito na nga yung kanyang itsura. And worse, we have here our ruby's necklace, bumagsak yung kanyang pot. So imagine na lang kung anong nangyari sa kanya. Aside from naging ganito yung kanyang mga leaves, some parts were totally destroyed, kaya we have to propagate this as soon as possible as well. Earlier kanina, we tried to remove some of the rotten leaves, and ito nga yung na-collect natin. Napakadami, and we have more to collect mamaya. And that's all, guys. As I have mentioned in my previous vlogs before, I'm not really ready with this year's rainy season, especially that yung ating pinapagawang rooftop is hindi siya natapos because of this kind of weather dito sa Baguio. Napakaaga ng ating pag-uulan. I think bandang May nag-start ng umulan dito sa Baguio, and we cannot push through with the construction nga ng ating rooftop. Kaya pagtsatsagaan na lang muna natin yung ganitong setup. And I'm gonna be doing my best to save as many as I can. And probably in the next coming days or weeks, I will be focusing on vlogging, on saving yung ating mga succulents. I'm gonna be doing a lot of propagations kasi that's the only way for me to save yung mga succulents natin. Yung iba kasi talagang isang stem na lang yung pwede nating isave, and the others we have to dispose them right away. And I really hope na okay yung inyong mga setups dyan. Sometimes naiinggit ako dun sa ating mga subscribers na may YouTube din. Every time I check on their channels, buti pa yung mga succulents nila are completely okay, covered sila against the rain. Buti pa sa areas nila may araw na, unlike here sa ating location na wala pa rin pagbabago yung ating weather. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.